Good morning. Welcome to Morning Special. 여러분 안녕하세요. 1월 23일 목요일 최수진의 Morning Special입니다. Now, health is always an important topic to learn about, to discuss and invest in. But more often than not, we miss some particular signs that can hint at important changes in our bodies, including diseases. 손톱을 보면 건강이 보인다고 합니다. 오늘은 손톱을 통해 우리 몸의 건강 상태를 살펴볼 수 있는 방법 몇 가지를 알려드릴게요. 우선 손톱에 흰색이 유독 많으면 간이 나쁘거나 빈혈을 의심해봐야 한다고 하고요. 파란색은 폐질환이 있다는 신호랍니다. 또 노란색은 당뇨병 위험 신호가 될 수 있다고 하네요. 또한 손톱 한가운데가 움푹 들어갔다면 철분이 부족하기 때문이라고 하는데 청취자 여러분, 여러분의 손톱은 건강한가요? Let me just take a moment to look at my nails and check to see if I'm healthy. Well, how are your nails looking this morning? With that in mind, let me give you today's quiz question. When your nails grow too long, you need to do this. 1번, trim them. 2번, chop them. 3번, talk to them. 오늘도 청취자 여러분의 많은 참여 기다리고 있습니다. 퀴즈 정답 보내주신 분들 중에 추첨을 통해서 총 5분께 떡볶이 세트 보내드리겠습니다. 소식과 소감 그리고 방송 중 궁금한 질문 있으시면 보내주세요. 반디 게시판 무료로 이용 가능하고요. 짧은 문자 50원, 긴 문자 100원에 샵 1045로 보내주시면 되겠습니다. Okay then, let's kick off today's show with today's global headlines. 세계 각국 언론사들의 어떤 헤드라인이 올라왔는지 살펴보는 시간입니다. Touch Global Headlines.
Local authorities have issued an order to quarantine the Chinese city of Wuhan.
중국 우한시가 한시적으로 도시 봉쇄령을 내렸습니다.
The death toll from the so-called Wuhan virus has reached 17.
우한 폐렴으로 인한 사망자가 17명으로 폭증했습니다.
A school headmaster in Thailand is now in police custody as a suspect in a gold shop robbery and shooting case that resulted in 3 people killed, including a 2-year-old boy.
2살배기를 비롯해 3명의 목숨을 앗아간 태국 귀금속점 총기 강도 사건의 범인 용의자로 학교 교장이 체포됐습니다.
Bangladesh's high court has asked authorities to shut down 231 factories surrounding the highly polluted Buriganga River in the nation's capital.
수질 오염으로 악명 높은 부리강가 강 주변 공장 231곳에 대해 방글라데시 법원이 폐쇄 명령을 내렸습니다.
An international survey has ranked South Korea the world's 23rd most democratic country.
한국이 영국의 글로벌 조사기관이 발표한 민주주의 지수에서 세계 23위에 머물렀습니다. And for the headlines and more, I'm joined by Steve. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Happy Thursday, everybody. One day before the holiday kicks off. No, half a day before it really kicks off.
Very true.
Because a lot of people are going to be having a half day at work this morning up to lunchtime, maybe an early afternoon, and then boom, out of there for the long holiday weekend.
I know. It's going to feel like a Friday for most people, I suppose.
Absolutely, right? Yeah, so I hope everybody gets off to a good start. I had $1 million business idea this morning.
What would that be?
Okay, everybody, get your pens and papers ready. I'm going to make you rich. So, people complain a lot about employees taking too much time for washroom breaks and things like this. It's an issue these days, right? So I was thinking, how can we make employees more productive at work, even if they're going to take their washroom breaks? Here's my idea. If you sit in an airplane seat, on the seat in front of you, you have the flip-down tray for your food. what if the washroom door had a flip-down tray for your work? Then you could take your work to the washroom with you and be productive everywhere in the building all the time.
And then I'd be like, "Where's Steve? He's working in the toilet right now."
Yeah, right. Here's your report, boss. No, thank you. It's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, right.
It's not bad.
You know, in England, they did come up with an idea to prevent people from spending so much time in the toilet, and that is to tilt the toilet seat down slightly, just about 5 degrees or something.
I saw that story so that you become uncomfortable faster, right?
Right. After a few minutes, you feel your knees and your legs, cramping and everything. And they say this is a good idea for some.
It's
No?
it's a moot invention now because
Why?
now we have the flip-down tray at the bathroom door. You don't need to be uncomfortable. They should put padding on the seats to make it more comfortable for you now.
아, 그렇군요. 아침부터 화장실에 대한 여러 가지 얘기를 해봤습니다.
What were you talking about with nails in the opening?
네, 뭐
What are we?
화장실은 아니지만 손톱에 대한 이제 건강 얘기를 좀 해봤어요. So
right.
depending on what you can see from your nails,
Well,
you can maybe tell some signs about your body.
What am I supposed to be looking for?
If you see a lot of white,
Well, I am white. I see white everywhere.
not that kind of white, Steve. Well, if you have a lot of whiteness in your nails, that means you may have some liver trouble.
Well, white where in your nails?
Well,
though?
sometimes, I don't have it now, but I used to. It's like little clouds inside your nails, white blobs, if you will.
Oh, you're not talking about the part right by your
No,
cuticle.
that's just very natural.
Oh.
But anything unnatural,
Oh.
if it's white, then liver problems.
Oh,
Blue,
interesting.
it could be related to your lungs.
Mm-hmm.
And then yellow, you may or may not have diabetes. So you want to check that out.
Goodness gracious. I mean, your nails are kind of multicolored, though.
You have very nice, clean nails, I've just noticed.
Well, I appreciate that.
I like a person with nice
Thank you.
hands and nails. 그렇습니다. 손톱을 보면은 건강을 알 수 있다고 해요. 저도 지금 빨리 봤는데 괜찮은 것 같네요.
Yeah, right. Don't look. Listen, doctors, I have a couple of friends who are doctors, and they always say it's so frustrating for them when people look on the internet to self-diagnose. So, if we're talking about nail colors and then
Yeah.
you look on the internet is filled with the worst health stories. So just go to your doctor if you have any health concerns and ask them first.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, talking about health concerns, we have some very serious news stories related to health. It's actually our first and second headlines, so let's get to them right now.
Yeah, headline number 1 today, local authorities have issued an order to quarantine the Chinese city of Wuhan.
중국 우한시가 한시적으로 도시 봉쇄령을 내렸습니다.
So this virus, which is marked by fevers and pneumonia-like symptoms, it originated in Wuhan. Wuhan has a population of 11 million people. It's located in China's Hubei province. The city lockdown begins at 10 a.m. local time today, according to an announcement from the city's coronavirus command center. So this is what it means. This order will stop all public transportation, including city buses, trains, and ferries, and it also prevents any buses or trains from coming into or leaving the city, and it also grounds all planes at the Wuhan airport.
Yeah, and authorities have even said, please, everyone in Wuhan, don't leave.
Yeah, exactly. The officials said that the nation is now at its most critical stage of prevention and control, especially as China is preparing to kick off this holiday weekend, which is starting today. Hundreds of millions of people will be moving all over the country. And usually the annual holiday leads the country's trains, planes, roads, and ferries to fill as many as 3 billion people journey home to be with their families. And I think obviously that's one of the big reasons that they chose to lock down Wuhan.
네, 그렇습니다. 신종 코로나 바이러스, 일명 우한 폐렴의 발병지가 바로 중국의 우한시인데요. 이 우한시에서는 거주자들을 대상으로 우한을 떠나지 말아달라. 이렇게 당부를 하고 있고 실제로 이제 봉쇄령이 내려졌다고 중국의 CCTV 방송이 보도했습니다. 한시적인 조치이기는 합니다만 이제 중국의 최대 명절인 춘제를 앞두고 있고요. 그 다음에는 사망자가 굉장히 많이 늘어났고 뭐 헤드라인 2에서 보겠지만 확진 판정을 받은 환자도 굉장히 많이 늘었습니다. 대중교통과 항공편, 열차 뭐 이런 교통망도 전부 다 오늘 오전 10시부터 중단될 예정입니다.
Yeah, that's right. And it's not just a recommendation. Authorities have said that you are not allowed to leave Wuhan without a special reason. And according to the Director General of the World Health Organization, this move is going to help Chinese authorities control the outbreak in the country as well as stop the spread of the coronavirus to other countries. Wuhan is, interestingly, China's fifth largest city. As I mentioned, a population of 11 million people. By comparison, Seoul has about 9.7 million people, nearly 3 million fewer than Wuhan. So it's a huge place with a lot of people living there. And the city itself is split into 3 different districts. So there's the Hankou district, the Wuchang district, and the Hanyang district, with rivers cutting between them. So many people work in one district and live in another. So the ban on inter-district travel will likely bring the city's function to a complete stop.
네, 그렇습니다. 서울의 인구와 비슷하게 한 1,000만 명, 1,100만 명 정도가 우한시에서 살고 있다고 합니다. 모두 이제 오늘부터 당분간은 우한을 떠날 수 없게 되는 것이고요. 아직까지 이 우한 폐렴의 정확한 감염 경로라든지 원인이 밝혀지지 않았기 때문에 조사도 계속 진행이 되고 있습니다. Now, this measure that the Chinese government and the city of Wuhan is taking is very similar to some of the early stages of what we saw after SARS and MERS. And this is coming on the heels of more deaths and more patients confirmed with this disease.
You're right, but some people are saying it's too late. And one of those people is Eric Toner, who is a senior scientist at Johns Hopkins University. He said, given the number of cases already, quote, any sort of travel restrictions are likely to be ineffective. But they are taking measures in China, and they're taking measures abroad as well, even in the United States, where they do have that discovered case there. 5 U.S. airports, as of Tuesday, they announced on Tuesday, New York's JFK International, San Francisco International, LAX, Hartsfield-Jackson, that's in Atlanta, and also Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. They are going to be screening passengers for the virus. And I read as well that if you are coming from the Wuhan area of China into the United States, but let's say that your flight was on the way to Boston, for example, if you had a route that was outside of any of those 5 major airports that I just mentioned, your plane will now be rerouted so that you can be screened at one of those airports before you continue on to Boston, for example.
Well, let's check some of the figures that we're seeing related to the Wuhan pneumonia, or the virus as they're calling it. Headline number 2.
The death toll from the so-called Wuhan virus has reached 17.
네, 관련 뉴스로요. 우한 폐렴으로 인한 사망자가 17명으로 폭증했습니다.
And by the way, just a little correction in that headline, my mistake, it should say reached 17. Yes, so 547 cases had been confirmed in the mainland by Wednesday, with 8 new deaths linked to the virus in the central province of Hubei. In the Hubei province, Wuhan, of course, is where we're talking about, but also in the Chinese territory of Macau and Taiwan, too. Beyond China, officials in Washington state, they've confirmed, as we talked about this yesterday, I believe you brought it up on the show, the first case on U.S. soil, but also here in Korea, Thailand, and Japan, and now suspected cases detected in Australia as well.
그렇군요. 우한 폐렴 사망자가 17명으로 늘어났습니다. 어제까지만 해도 6명이었어요. 그런데 이렇게 하루 사이에 사망자가 11명이나 늘어난 것이고요. 확진자도 547명으로 올라왔는데 전날까지만 해도 이것보다 한 200명이 적었습니다. 하루 사이에 200명 이상의 확진자가 늘었다, 이렇게 보시면 될 것 같고, 실제로 중국 안에서 한 440명 정도의 확진자가 있다라고 하고요. 그 외에 뭐 태국, 마카오, 대만, 한국, 일본, 미국에서 각각 한 명씩, 태국에서는 4명의 확진자가 있다라는 소식입니다.
In the last week alone, the number of confirmed infections has more than tripled, and cases have been found in 13 provinces around the country of China. And the World Health Organization is now taking measures to respond. What they have not done yet is declared the virus a public health emergency of international concern. The WHO Director General has called the issue an evolving and complex situation that required a further study. They have praised China's cooperation in presenting information about the virus. They're going to talk more about this today, as a matter of fact. But a quote from the WHO Director General, the decision about whether or not to declare a public health emergency of international concern is one I take extremely seriously and one I am only prepared to make with appropriate consideration of all the evidence. So they haven't declared it a public health emergency of international concern yet, but again, they're going to meet today and talk more about it.
네, 그렇습니다. 우한 폐렴을 아직 WHO에서는 어떤 국제적인 비상사태라고 발표를 하지는 않았습니다. 하지만 오늘 어떤 미팅이 있을 것으로 예상이 되기 때문에 아마 오늘 중으로 어떤 발표가 나오지 않을까 싶고요. 중국에서는 이제 사스 때와 비슷한 그런 움직임을 보이기 시작하고 있습니다. 여러 가지 조치를 취하고 있는 모습이고 전 세계적으로 의심 환자도 130명 이상이라고 합니다. Okay, we'll leave that story there and move on to Thailand for headline number 3.
A schoolmaster in Thailand is now in police custody as a suspect in a gold shop robbery and shooting case that resulted in 3 people killed, including a 2-year-old boy.
두살배기를 비롯해 3명의 목숨을 앗아간 태국 귀금속점 총기 강도 사건의 범인 용의자로 학교 교장이 체포됐습니다.
So police have arrested a man in conjunction with the Lopburi gold shop shootings that happened on January 9th. The man is 38 years old. He's a school headmaster from an area called Singburi, the adjoining province to the west of Lopburi in central Thailand. Police have reported that he has confessed to the shooting of the customers and staff, resulting in 3 different deaths, including a 2-year-old boy. He was killed as well.
네, 그렇습니다. 아직 범행 동기는 조사 중이라고 하고요. 현지 시간으로 23일 오전 중에 공식 발표가 있을 예정이라고 경찰이 얘기를 했습니다. 지금까지 보도된 바에 따르면은 이제 이 3명의 사망자가 발생한 태국의 총기 사건 용의자가 교장이다 이런 얘기가 나오고 있고요. 최근에 모 학교의 교장으로 부임한 그런 교사라고 합니다. 그런데 평소에도 총기 매니아로 알려져 있는 인물이고 그다음에 학교에서도 사격 코치를 할 정도로 이제 총기 다루는 것을 능숙하게 하고 좋아하는 그런 사람이라고 합니다. 이 소식이 나오자마자 이 학교에 아이들을 보내고 있는 학부모들이 소셜미디어를 통해서 바로 사건 이틀 후였던 태국 어린이날에 교장이 아이들과 함께 찍은 사진을 소셜미디어에 올리면서 너무 충격적이다 이렇게 얘기를 하고 있습니다.
It's an interesting connection to make with the fact that he's a school headmaster. You don't expect to hear a position like that connected to a story like this. This is what happened. So this armed man walked into the Aurora Gold Shop inside this shopping mall at 8:44 p.m. on the 9th of January. It was just before closing time. He walked in, he started shooting at customers and staff, and then he jumped up on top of the glass counter and he grabbed 3 trays of gold necklaces. Those were valued at about 450,000 baht. That's just over 17 million won. And then he shot a security guard dead before running away and leaving on a motorcycle. The whole thing took about a minute, but the police are suspecting that he wasn't looking for the gold. The gold wasn't necessarily the goal of his because it was valued at only 17 million won or 450,000 baht. So they're thinking there must be something more behind this.
그렇군요. 17 million won is still quite a lot of money.
It is a lot of money, yeah, in any country.
그렇군요. 한 1,700만 원 상당의 귀금속을 훔치는 과정에서 총기 강도 사건이 발생한 것입니다. 2주 전이에요. 1월 9일 날 발생한 사건인데 그때 마침 가게 옆을 지나고 있던 3명, 그중에서 이제 2살배기 아이도 있었는데 이 3명을 다 총으로 쏘면서 3명은 즉시 사망을 했다고 합니다. Alright, we'll leave that there and move on to our next story, Bangladesh.
Headline number 4 today, Bangladesh's High Court has asked authorities to shut down 231 factories surrounding the highly polluted Buriganga River in the nation's capital.
수질오염으로 악명 높은 부리강가 강 주변 공장 231곳에 대해 방글라데시 법원이 폐쇄 명령을 내렸습니다.
Menzil Murshid is the person who filed a petition with the court seeking its intervention, saying that the factories are mainly small dyeing, tanning, and rubber plants. Dyeing meaning DYE, to change the color of something. They are operating without approval from the Department of Environment, and those factories often are able to operate because they get backed by influential politicians or they bribe government officials. So the court's decision on Monday on the factories near the river Buriganga, it was hailed by environment activists despite some previous court orders that were not carried out by government authorities. This time, they are happy with the decision.
The river in question has been dubbed the Black River because it is literally that. 너무 많이 오염이 돼서 검은 강물이라는 별명까지 붙여진 부리강가 강 주변에는요, 굉장히 많은 가죽 공장과 염색 공장이 있다고 합니다. 근데 이 공장에서 쏟아내는 폐수와 쓰레기로 오염이 된 것으로 드러나 이제 방글라데시 환경부에서는 이제 폐쇄를 해라라고 하면서 전기, 수도, 가스 전부 다 차단을 했다고 합니다.
Just a little bit of history about this river and this situation. So Dhaka has 4 nearby rivers that are under threat from pollution. The Buriganga, it's a major gateway for the capital, and it connects the country's many southern coastal districts through a network of major rivers. When Dhaka was established as the capital back in 1610, the banks of the Buriganga, they were a major location for trade and also a source for drinking water. Wow. But these tanneries, these companies that we're talking about, they polluted the Buriganga for decades. But they were under pressure from environmental groups at home and also abroad. And authorities actually relocated them to a distant site outside Dhaka back in 2017. But now the step is being taken to shut them down altogether.
네, 그렇습니다. 환경단체에서는 이런 방글라데시 환경부의 결정을 환영하면서도 늦장 대응이라는 입장입니다. Let's check our final headline.
An international survey has ranked South Korea the world's 23rd most democratic country.
한국이 영국의 글로벌 조사기관이 발표한 민주주의 지수에서 세계 23위에 머물렀습니다.
The Economist Intelligence Unit, affiliated with The Economist, which is the weekly UK publication, they released their findings on Wednesday, their Democracy Index for 2019. So, in the latest annual survey on 167 countries, South Korea received 8 points out of 10. That's 2 notches lower than the previous year. They classified Korea as a flawed democracy. The country once again failed to join a group of full democracy nations. You're looking at Scandinavian countries there, Canada, Australia, and Switzerland as well.
네, 그렇습니다. 한국이 이제 23위를 했다고 말씀을 드렸는데요. 반면에 북한 같은 경우에는 167개국 중에서 167위를 했네요. 일본과 미국보다는 우리가 앞섰습니다. 일본은 24위, 미국은 25위. And looking at the list, right at the top is Norway, Iceland, and Sweden.
Yeah, the Scandinavian countries are at the top, but you're right. Other countries that had that flawed democracy tag, the United States had it, Japan had it, Israel, Taiwan, Czech Republic, and yes, Korea was ahead of America. America was at 25th on the list.
네, 그렇습니다. All right, well, those were our headlines this morning. Let's remind our listeners of the quiz.
When your nails grow too long, you need to blank them. Number 1, trim them. Number 2, chop them. Number 3, talk to them. Or number 4, as I do, bite them. It's a really bad habit I have. I know,
that too.
but I can't stop.
맞아요. 짧은 문자 50원, 긴 문자 100원에 샵 1045로 보내주시고요. 반디 게시판 이용도 무료로 가능합니다. 1부에서는 추첨을 통해서 총 5분께 떡볶이 세트 보내드리겠습니다. 노래 듣고 와서 여러분의 사연과 함께 뉴스 포커스 살펴볼게요. This is Joan Jett. I love rock and roll. I love rock and roll. That was our first song of the day. Do you like rock and roll, Steve?
I love rock and roll. The Foo Fighters are one of my favorite bands. You know them?
I've heard of them.
Okay.
It's good enough, I think.
Then you like rock and roll.
Oh, okay. There you go. All right.
I like rock and roll. It doesn't have the same ring to it, does it?
doesn't, no.
I enjoy rock and roll from time to time.
I don't mind rock and roll.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take a look at your messages. 3195님이요. 매일 환자들과 생활하기 때문에 손톱 청결하게 합니다. 오늘도 웃으면서 즐겁게 일해야죠. 응원해주세요 하셨습니다. I work with patients all the time. I have to make sure that my nails are extra clean. And I'm doing that right now as well, says our listener.
Very nice.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you so much for that message. And thank you for working with all the patients that you work with. On their behalf, I want to say thank you. 이재우 님이요. Good morning, 수진쌤, 스티브쌤. 오늘은 휴가합니다. 그래서 집에서 보이는 라디오를 처음 접하고 있어요. It's the first time for me to check out this 보이는 라디오.
Oh, cool.
Because I'm on vacation today.
Awesome.
I'm so excited to see you on the screen. It's really amazing. It's thrilling. Oh, okay. 자고 있는 귀요미 아들 깨워서 2부까지 함께 들을게요. 아니, 볼게요 하셨습니다. 차에서 들을 때는 무척 부러웠던 것 중에 하나였답니다. 두 선생님, 스태프분들, 청취자 여러분들 모두 Happy Lunar New Year. 그리고 귀요미 도현. Wakey, wakey.
Wakey, wakey. Do you want to know the full expression?
Yeah.
Wakey, wakey, shake and bakey.
Really? I've never heard that before.
Yeah, wakey, wakey, shake and bakey.
한번 해보세요. 도현, 웨이키 웨이키 쉐이키 베기. 얼른 일어나. 이런 건 거죠. 아, 그래요. 보이는 라디오 지금 확인하고 계시군요. 네, 휴가 오늘부터 이제 쭉 가시나요? 설 명절까지. If this person is on vacation from today onwards, it's going to be an
Awesome.
extra long weekend.
Absolutely. Thursday, Friday,
Wow.
Saturday, Sunday,
Sunday,
Monday.
Monday.
Oh, that sounds great.
그러게요. 와, 좋은 시간 보내시고요. 박우진님, 방학 동안 아침마다 영어책 읽는 미션을 수행 중에 있는 초등학교 4학년 아들의 마음입니다. 미션 수행 완료하면은 파자마 파티 티켓을 획득한다고 아침마다 눈 비비며 책상에 기특하게 앉아 있어요. 꼭 성공하라고 응원해 주세요. I am a mum of a fourth grader and I told my son that if he reads an English book, one English book every morning, then I will give him a ticket for a pajama party. This is sort of like the mum's homemade ticket, I suppose. And he is doing very well so far. He's reading a book right now.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, I like that idea too. You can have a pajama party if you just read a book a day.
Did you have a lot of pajama parties when you were younger?
I don't remember back about pajama parties when I was a kid. One of my favorite things to make was a fort. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Like with pillows and
Yeah.
blankets. So you take all the chairs from the kitchen and you bring them into your bedroom and
Yeah,
then you put the
exactly.
blankets over top. You create a fort. That was fun.
Yeah.
I'll give you a tip though, and this is not my tip. This is what experts say, is that if you are asking your child to read a book, an English book, they say if you actually read the book with the child, they'll enjoy the experience more as a kind of a mom-child activity,
Yeah.
as seeing it as, oh, I have to do this thing to get my reward.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
what's that saying? The best way you can get a child to love reading is through your lap or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, you have to make sure you sit your child on your lap when they're very young and read books with them.
Yep, exactly. So make it a mom-child activity as opposed to, if you do this, I will give you that type activity. That's what experts say. That's not necessarily my opinion.
네, 아침마다 영어책을 읽고 있는 초등학교 4학년 아들도 화이팅이고요. 아들을 키우시는 맘님도 화이팅 하시길 바라겠습니다. Keep sending in your messages, answers to the quiz and any questions you might have throughout the show. We have 5 떡볶이 sets prepared for you. 자, 첫 번째 뉴스 포커스 살펴보겠습니다. 뉴질랜드에서 생산성 향상을 위해 주 4일 근무제를
Yes.
Let me read the
Sorry.
sentence. 주 4일 근무제를 시험 운용하는 회사들이 늘고 있다고 하는데요. 스티브 선생님이 굉장히 좋아하는 소식 들어보겠습니다.
More New Zealand businesses are exploring ways to shake up the 5-day work week in the hopes of improving productivity. An engineering consultancy firm is trialing a 4-day week with its staff, while a telecom company announced this week that it will give workers a 2 p.m. early finish on Fridays for the summer months. They can recharge their batteries, go away, and have that day off, come back and really focus in on what they need to get through on any given day. A managing director was quoted as saying,
A 4-day work week.
"Do it. Everybody do it."
Yeah. We had a similar story from Japan a few months back, didn't we?
Yeah, they were trialing that and it went very, very well.
Yeah.
Unsurprisingly, I guess.
And I remember 97% of the employees said they were happy. And we said, what's up with the 3% that are not happy with this?
Exactly. And I guess the criticism of that trial in Japan, or maybe the criticism for these trials in New Zealand is, well, if you do it in the short term, then employees are going to make sure, right? They're going to make sure that they are super productive during their time at work because the motivation is there. But what happens when this becomes the norm? That's the question. What happens to productivity then? Because, of course, you're going to see a spike when you're trialing this because everybody's excited about it.
Yeah.
So you have to do it in the long term to really know if it's successful or not.
그렇습니다. 지금은 대부분 주 5일제를 실시하기 때문에 주 4일제가 굉장히 좋아 보이고 그래서 굉장히 열심히 생산적으로 일을 할 것 같지만 스티브 선생님이 지금 지적한 포인트는 모든 회사가 전 세계에서 다 주 4일제 시행을 하게 되면은 그게 별로 특별한 게 아니게 되니까 그때는 또 다시 좀 나태해지지 않을까 이런 우려를 표현을 해주셨어요.
The goal in any relationship, it doesn't matter whether it's a parent and a child, a teacher and a student, a romantic relationship, or an employee and an employer. The goal is always the same. How do I get the most out of my partner?
Yeah.
Whoever that partner is, teacher, student, romantic, parent, child, doesn't matter. How do I get the most productivity or the most out of them? And this might be a way to do it. This is my opinion. If you're an employer and you're trying to get the best out of your employees, don't make them stay at the office for 14 hours a day. That's obviously not the best way to get the most from them.
Yeah.
So you have to maximize their production. And maybe this is one of the ways to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. What does it mean to shake something up?
Shake up means to change, to make better. And the implication behind this expression is things have gotten a little stale. Stale is a new word, S-T-A-L-E. Maybe we can talk about that for our expression of the day.
Okay.
But it means just doing the same thing all the time. So I'll give you an example. If you and your romantic partner always go for dinner and a movie, every single weekend, dinner and a movie, dinner and a movie, dinner and a movie, after a while, it gets a little boring. So you can say to your partner, this weekend, let's not go to dinner and a movie. Let's shake things up. Let's go to the airport and get on a plane and go somewhere in Korea. Let's get on the first domestic flight from Gimpo Airport or wherever and see where we go. Why? Just to shake things up.
아하, shake something up. 그러면 변화를 주다 이런 뜻이 있습니다. 이렇게 매일매일 무료한 삶을 살고 있는 경우에 우리 뭔가 좀 변화를 주자. Let's shake things up. 이렇게 표현할 수도 있고요. 기사에서는 shake up the 5-day work week라고 했기 때문에 이 주 5일제를 변화시켜서 바꿔서 주 4일제로 만드는 것을 고려하고 있다. 이런 의미가 되겠습니다.
What do you think? Is this a good idea?
I would love it.
Right?
but then again, I don't know.
I think it would be successful in the short term and maybe in the long term as well.
그렇습니다. 오케이, 자, 두 번째 뉴스 포커스로 바로 넘어가 보도록 할게요. 이번에는 타이타닉과 관련된 뉴스입니다. 100년 전 침몰한 호화 여객선 타이타닉호 안에 있는 유물을 건져 올리는 계획이 진행 중이라는 보도가 나왔는데요. 타이타닉호가 발견된 1985년 이후 최초로 선체 내부에 들어가 유물을 수습한다는 점에서 획기적인 시도로 볼 수도 있지만 그만큼 유족들의 거센 반발이 뒤따를 전망입니다. Let's listen to the story.
The wreck of the Titanic could be cut open in a bid to retrieve a prized piece that salvagers claim could be lost forever as it decays on the sea floor. It is the first time salvagers have openly admitted to a bid to retrieve anything from inside the hull of the ship that sank in the Atlantic in 1912, taking an estimated 1,500 lives with it. The U.S.-based firm wants to use underwater robots to surgically remove a roof and pluck a piece of communications equipment that played a pivotal role in the tragedy. The radio ship's crew used to use the Titanic's infamous distress signals as it sank.
네, 타이타닉호가 침몰한 게 1912년입니다. 그런데 아직까지도 승객과 선원의 시신 1,500구 이상이 남아있을 것으로 추정된다고 해요. 그래서 유족들은 이번에 다시 굉장히 오랜만에 선체 내부에 들어가서 유물을 수습한다라는 이 계획에 대해서 하지 말아라. 거기 시신도 있을 수 있는데 이런 우려를 지금 표명하고 있어요.
Yeah, so as it says in the article, they're looking for the radio that the ship's crew used to issue the distress signals. So some people think this is a good idea. Other people are thinking, don't do this, leave it alone.
Let them rest in peace.
Exactly. Yeah, but anyway, this American firm, they want to use these underwater robots to remove the roof and pluck a piece of communications equipment out. So to pluck, the first thing that came to mind for me was eyebrows.
Oh,
Right?
Yeah.
You have that little, I don't even know what you call it, that little,
pincet. I think.
is that what it's
I think
called? A
it's-
pincet?
Yeah.
The little thing that pinches, and you put it on your little eyebrow hair? Hair? Is that what you call it?
Yeah,
I don't even
guess
know.
so. Yeah.
And then this is what you do. You go, tick, ow!
너무 아플 것 같아요.
That action of grabbing a thing and pulling sharply and quickly is plucking.
눈썹을 이렇게 우리가 이렇게 뽑을 때 그
Yeah.
뽑는 행위를 플러킹이라고 하는군요.
Yeah, your eyebrows, people do that with their eyebrows, their nose.
많이 해보셨나 봐요, 선생님.
Sometimes their ears. Yeah, people do it a lot. So that's what they're talking about with the Titanic, is that they want to kind of get in there inside the ship and then grab that one thing and get out quickly.
네, 그렇습니다. 여기서 플러크는 물론 뭐 눈썹을 뽑는다는 그런 의미는 아니고요. 여러 가지 유물을 찾아내다라는 의미에서 플러크라는 동사를 좀 재미있게 쓴 것입니다. 그 중에서도 이제 무선 통신 장비를 찾는 것이 주 목적이라고 하는데요. 네, 뭐 말씀드린 것처럼 이제 찬반 논쟁이 계속 이어지고 있어요.
You can pluck a flower too, right?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, if you're walking along a beautiful path and you see a flower, then you go, bloop, and you grab it, you quickly grab it.
Yeah.
That's plucking.
I remember when I was younger, I used to do the whole he loves me not with daisies. Have you ever done that before?
Never.
Oh, okay. So you know daisies have like 10 or so petals.
I'm aware of the game. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
So what usually was the answer?
well, I would continue plucking flowers until I got the answer I
okay.
wanted. Like, he loves me not, no, another flower.
Not great for the environment, but great for your
This
romantic
was
life.
many years ago. Right. 네, 그렇습니다. 그래서 타이타닉호에 대한 소식까지 전해드렸고요. 퀴즈 한 번만 더 알려드리겠습니다.
Sure. The question this morning, when your nails grow too long, you need to blank them. Number 1, trim them. Number 2, chop them. Number 3, talk to them.
총 5분께 추첨을 통해서 떡볶이 세트 보내드리겠습니다. 계속해서 정답 보내주세요. Dire Straits의 Walk of Life 듣고 네, 뉴스 포커스 계속해서 볼게요. 세 번째 뉴스 포커스입니다. 설을 맞아 한국 관광을 계획한 베트남인 29명의 여권이 한꺼번에 도난당했다가 소셜미디어와 현지 청소업체의 적극적인 도움으로 불과 몇 시간 만에 되찾았다고 하는데요. Let's listen to the story.
Netizens in Vietnam have helped recover the stolen passports of 29 Vietnamese who had planned to tour Korea during the Lunar New Year holiday. According to local media, a plastic bag containing 29 Vietnamese passports was stolen from a tour guide in a store in Da Nang City on January 20th. The guide frantically posted the incident on Facebook, and it caught the attention of a company that oversees garbage collection. After a couple of hours, the company found the passports in a vehicle that arrived at the landfill at 10:30 p.m. the same night. The company returned the passports to the guide the next day.
The positive power of social media.
Yes.
Amazing and such a relief.
The internet being used for good
Yeah.
rather than evil.
Yeah.
Yes, but if you were one of these 29 people, would you not be very, very angry at your tour guide?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because that's what you do, right? On a package tour. Have you ever been on a package tour?
No, not that I remember.
I did once.
Okay.
I didn't like it. Because you have to do things on a schedule,
heard,
right?
yeah.
That's not usually my style. But anyway, what you do is you hand over your passport while they do all the checking in and all of the,
Yeah.
logistical things. But in this case, they were stolen.
Right, they were in a plastic bag or something.
Yeah. So what they thought was, okay, let's check the garbage cans because whoever stole this bag probably thought there was a lot of money in there.
Yeah.
So after they realize there's no money, maybe they'll just throw away the bags in a garbage can. And it turns out that's exactly what they did.
아, 그렇군요. 베트남 현지 관광 가이드가 29명의 여권이 담긴 비닐봉지를 도난당했다는 사실을 들었을 때 얼마나 다들 놀랬겠어요. 그런데 소셜미디어 덕분에 그리고 또 한 청소업체 덕분에 몇 시간 만에 찾을 수 있었습니다.
Yeah, so the guide frantically posted this on the internet on Facebook when it happened.
Yeah.
So frantic is when you are emotionally out of control. Okay, let's do a little role playing here.
All right.
You're going to play the role of a clock.
Okay.
And
do that.
the time is 7:59 a.m. and 55 seconds. Okay? And I am going to play the host of the show, and Paul hasn't given me the opening of the program just yet.
Okay.
There's 5 seconds to go. I'm going to be frantic.
Okay. The
Okay,
time
you-
is now 7:59 and
55 seconds. You can count down 5, 4, 3,
okay.
2, 1.
5.
Paul, I can't do the
Four,
opening. Paul, what am I
3,
supposed to do? You can't
2,
give me the opening. What am I
1.
supposed to do?
8 o'clock live. We are live.
Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday, January, and welcome to Morning Special.
네, 제가 이 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 세는 동안에 옆에 스티 선생님이 요란법석을 아주 그냥 이렇게 치는 모습 들으셨죠? 이게 frantic한 거예요.
Exactly. It's when you're freaking out. So this tour guide, right? He would have been thinking, oh my gosh, all of these passports are gone. What am I
정말
going to do?
그랬겠죠. 여권 어떻게 큰일 났어. 막 이렇게 했겠죠.
That's being frantic.
그 frantic.
So he frantically posted the incident on Facebook.
아, 그래서 frantically 이렇게 정신없는 상태에서 소셜 미디어에다가 여권이 이렇게 많이 없어졌습니다. 비닐봉지 안에 들었는데요. 혹시라도 보신 분들 연락 주세요.
Yeah.
이렇게 한 거죠.
Exactly.
자, 네, 그래서 드디어 찾았다는 소식. It caught the attention of a particular company and they found it.
Yeah, so like you said, it's the power of the internet, right? He posted it on Facebook, and then it caught the attention of a company. Well, it caught the attention of many people because many people were sharing this
Yeah.
on social media, and maybe thanks to that, it also caught the attention of a garbage collection company. So to catch the attention, it's pretty easy to understand. It's that when somebody does something and then you notice
Yeah.
it, right? It's when it stands out and you take notice, that thing catches your attention.
네, 그렇습니다. 주목을 끌다라는 뜻이 되는데요. 이렇게 소셜미디어에 올라온 글을 보고 더군다나 가이드가 혹시라도 이 도둑이 훔친 다음에 뭐야 여권밖에 없잖아 하고 쓰레기통에 버렸을 수도 있으니 주변에 있는 쓰레기통을 좀 살펴달라 이런 글을 쓰니까 쓰레기와 관련된 이제 그런 여러 가지 뭐 글들이나 뭐 포스트가 올라왔겠죠. 그래서 마침 청소업체가요 이 글을 보고 우리가 도와야겠다. 잘
Yeah,
도왔습니다.
so probably there was some employee at that garbage company and they're scrolling through the
그러게요.
stories and, regular internet
맞아요.
Facebook stories and then, oh, that story catches my attention because we could help out there.
그렇죠. 관심을 사로잡는 것을 catch someone's attention이라고 합니다.
Yeah.
Okay, well, those were our news-focused stories. It's now time to announce the answer to the quiz.
When your nails grow too long, you need to blank them. Number 1, trim them. Number 2, chop them. Number 3, talk to them. Don't talk to your nails. That's weird. Number 1, trim is the answer, right?
네, 1번이 다듬는다는 뜻이 있어요. 그래서 손톱을 깎는 걸 trim your nails라고 하면 되겠고요. chop는 싹둑 잘라내다 이런 의미가 있기 때문에 안 됩니다.
Don't chop your nails.
Don't chop your nails.
Yeah.
1번 정답 맞춰주신 진대혁님, 유경수님, 이재우님, 1101님, 그리고 7519님 떡볶이 세트 보내드릴게요.
Although you can use the word chop about your hair.
Yeah?
Yeah, if a girl has really long hair or a guy, and you cut a lot of that hair, then you can say I chopped it off.
그렇죠. 머리를 싹둑 잘라버렸어.
Yeah.
이렇게 얘기할 수 있겠죠? Okay, what is today's expression, Steve?
Yeah, I mentioned it before. Let's go back to it. Stale. S-T-A-L-E. Old, boring, same old, same old. We can use it in a couple of different contexts. If we're talking about food, like bread, for example, it's when bread becomes hard
Right.
and stiff. But when we're talking about activities or your life, it changes the meaning a little bit. It means that you've been doing the same thing for so long that it's boring and it's no fun for you anymore. So you can say, I need to shake things up. I need to make changes to my life. I need to shake things up these days. My life has become stale.
네, 내 인생이 요즘에 너무 맥이 빠져 있어 라고 할 때 stale이라는 표현을 쓸 수 있습니다.
Yeah, or maybe your relationship sometimes, if you're together for very many years, sometimes your relationship can feel stale. But again, when something feels stale, then you have to shake things up.
네, 그래서 이렇게 뭔가 생산성이 떨어지는, 맥이 빠지는 삶을 살고 있다면은 변화를 줄 필요가 있겠죠. Shake things up.
I think we're going to shake things up in the second hour of the show today.
We are actually, and that's a wonderful segue to my lead for the second hour, because normally at this time I would say thank you, Steve, goodbye, see you tomorrow, but we're going to shake things up today. And I'm going to say, Steve, see you in the second hour.
Yes, Laura, not feeling well today, under the weather, so I'm going to hang around and we're going to talk movies,
네.
which I could do all day, every day, so it's going to be fun.
네, 오늘 라라 선생님이 몸이 많이 안 좋아서 스티브 선생님이 대신 2부의 영화 코너까지 맡아주시겠습니다. 지금 들려드리는 곡은 리아나의 Diamonds고요. We'll be right back.